Hey everybody, this is Theokinawakid'S here, and today I'm gonna talk to you about my review of the news DC animated movie, Superman Red Sun. So, Superman Red Sun is based off the highly acclaimed, highly successful, and highly um, thing was I'm looking for, highly praised um, Elseworld story of the same name, where in this universe, Superman, instead of being crash landing in Smallville, Kansas, he basically crash lands in Soviet era Ukraine, where he basically is raised by a kindly Russian couple, and mainly because of the fact that he lives in the Soviet Union at this point, he basically was discovered to have superpowers by this universe's Lan Lang, and more or less give himself up to the state and became a Stalinist or a supporter, and more or less like the Soviet Union's Superman. So all the while, over at the States, we have Lex Luthor with a full head of hair, married Lois Lane, and working as sort of like the government liaison to the president, various presidents throughout history, because, this is based on the Cold War, and basically, he is tasked to figure out a way to stop Superman by any means necessary, from creating weird ass American Bizarros to Brainiac to like a whole bunch of classic not Batman, but Superman villains that we come to know from the regular universe. But basically, those main just the story is that Superman, throughout the whole story, is trying to make this perfect utopian society of communistic ideals that's supposed to spread the whole world. And basically, America is the one last stronghold of democracy left. And of course, basically, he's waiting it out until like America collapses in on itself, because in this version, the Soviet Union is actually successful at this, thanks to his leadership, because he kills Joseph Stalin after realizing that, and this wasn't in the comics originally, but yeah, he discovered that literally Stalin was practicing the purges and the gulags and shit. So he's like, oh hell no, and he kind of killed him. And it took over, which is different from the original comics, where Joseph Stalin basically died of the usual causes of his death in our timeline, and he takes over from there. But yeah, you get the idea. There are slight differences. If you read this series and you read this comic book, there are some slight differences for fans of Superman Red Sun. Like, for example, like I said before, the way Joseph Stalin dies and how he died, or there are some elements that are improved from the original book. Like, for example, uh, Wonder Woman is basically expressed to being lesbian, mainly because the fact that she kind of points out in like a conversation with Superman, is like, I was raised before an island full of women. What do you think? It's like, true, but that doesn't automatically make you get the idea. She's a lesbian in this universe, and she let's just say she has a bit of a realization towards the end, and it doesn't end well for Superman. There are some, like, if you're like a huge DC fanatic, not fanatic, but fan of DC lore and DC superhero Superman stuff, you will love Red Sun, because it has Brainiac, Bizarro, has references to Jimmy Olsen, who's black in this. It's like, okay. There's also the Green Lanterns, Batman shows up. It's all like every little Superman thing, from like Candor to like various other Superman lore mixed in with Soviet era politics, is a great watch to let's just see for yourselves. And it's very good. It's very well written story. It's very concise. It's very on the point. So I highly recommend this series. Well, not that series, but like movie. Yeah, I keep confusing the comic book and the movie. Yeah. So basically, the movie does end on a weird anticlimax, though, because if you read the book, basically, uh, Superman Red Sun ends on a very trippy sort of legacy note. But I won't spoil the ending for the book for you. But like, let's just say it goes further beyond what the movie does, where the movie just ends where basically Lex Luthor basically resigns as president, has Jimmy Olsen as president, and basically Superman is living among humanity incognito as Clark Kent. So with that being said, there's that, and it's a very good movie, and it's a very amazing movie when it comes to like adaptation wise because it not only sticks with the original plot but also improves on the original plot from the original movie and from the original book. I mean, I cannot talk today, but yeah, it's very much a great series uh, overall. The whole both movies and the book, both the movie and the book, and it's very much Superman Red Sun is one of my favorite Superman stories of all time. Right next to when we're having the Truth, Justice, and America Way, aka Superman versus the Elite, which is also a movie. I highly recommend it. I might do a review of it later down the line. And also, one of my other favorite Superman stories is All Star Superman, which, yeah, All Star Superman is literally my greatest Superman story ever, and my favorite one. So, not one of mine, but like, it's one of my favorite Superman stories. Again, I can't really talk today because I keep mixing up my words. But yeah, other than that, it's not much to say here. It's just a great, fun, action packed and thought provoking movie that really gets you emotionally invested with all the characters. And yeah, I highly recommend this movie. And yeah, it's a very faithful adaptation and it's almost an improvement except for the ending. So yeah, outside of that, that's pretty much about it on Superman Red Sun. So with that being said, this has been the Okinawa Kid, and I'll probably see you next time. So see ya.